Hi, welcome today. Today we're going to be talking about kind of the kiddie pool type of gardening or whatever that Larry Hall made popular a few years ago, and he's since passed away. So just, I do give him credit. He is the one that thought of the original idea. I've changed it up a little bit, but I do want to go today. This is a week after I've started it and I planted it. So if you notice, I've got the corn, and I planted 7 per container, thinking that I wouldn't get all of them. So the seeds were owed. Out of the 28 that I planted, 27 of them came up. So they're looking good. It is cold today. Yesterday, we've been in the 80s at night, 70s in the mornings, and then today we're in the 50s all day, and suppose we will get down to the low 40s, maybe upper 30s. We're hoping we stay out of the upper 30s, because then you got chances for a frost. And my tomato plants, they just got too big. I can't cover them. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. But one thing I did want to mention is you don't want to get too deep on these things. And that's one thing that a lot of times people make mistakes whenever they plant things like in these trays like this. And that's why I like this tray a lot, is the fact, I'll move over here. It does have, on this particular one, it's made of burpee that you can get. I think I got this at Tractor Supply. You can actually lift it up and you can see how much water is in it. It's not much water in that. I wouldn't want any more water than that in it. But what happens if you fill this thing up halfway up, or half an inch, it just makes that potting mix completely saturated with soil. You start getting diseases. The plants can't breathe. The roots can't breathe in them. If the roots can't breathe, they start rotting and dying. You get a disease called damping off on the small ones. So you want to keep them, starting out, you don't want any water here. So if I was doing this, they're small seeds, I would dump all this water out. Probably should anyways. You only got one plant up here. But the same thing goes for these. You want to make sure you put a hole within about 2 inches right about it, because any deeper than this, and if you get water up halfway up, and then the same thing's going to happen. It's going to become saturated. The plant's roots can't breathe, and they're going to die on you. So these do look a little rough because we had lots of rain, some of the plants, but I think they're going to be all right. The other thing is you do want that water to drain out. If there's a smaller kiddie pool, and some people I've seen has put it there, and then they said, well, the plant's drowned. Well, that's because you didn't put the hole inside. Yes, you're going to run your swimming pool, but we're not using the swimming pool anymore. Now, one other thing you can do is, these are the trays that Haas Tool sells for your C trays. Guess what? They're 2 inches deep. I do have one in which I have taken a 5-gallon bucket, had a hole in the side, probably should have a hole in the bottom. You set that there, and guess what? You've got a mini kiddie pool type tray. I did this with lemongrass. It worked pretty well. It just gives you a lot more water in it, because that lemongrass gets really tall. It's taking up a lot of water. It's going to take up more water than this bucket can hold for a 24-hour period. And let's face it, I can't water more than once a day. I'm still working, and really you want to be able to actually last 2 days if you can. So what this does, just gives me a lot more of a reservoir of water. One thing I will caution you on, if you do use something like this, is let it run out sometimes, because if you never let this run out or whatever, you do start a closed system, and then that starts bringing in problems with the salts and things of that nature, because even if you use manures, they have salt in them also. So that does work well if you can put anything in it. You just don't want, for a 5-gallon bucket, I wouldn't want any deeper than 2 inches. So you don't want to sit there and get something really tall, but that doesn't hurt it, especially once it gets to go, and once that container starts using that water. Now for mine, on this swimming pool, I don't plan on adding water until it goes dry. So it's got water in it now. We had rain. It's got all the water it needs. Once it goes dry, I still got water in these bags, so I don't think they're going to be suffering. But once it goes dry, I add water to it. Now, if I get the mosquito larvae in here, then I will get those little dunks that they got. It's got BT in it. I'll break them up and I'll put one in there, you know, a piece of there every week, and that should control those. I have had, last year I think it's the first year I started getting the mosquito larvae in my watering cans, the trash cans I fill up with water, and I just put, I think, a tablespoon of BT in it and it killed them all. So that could potentially be a problem, but anyway, just keeping y'all updated. I don't know if I'm going to do this every week, but I will try to do it at least every 2 weeks. Let y'all see how it goes. I think they got a little bit of wind burn on them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time.